Today we are heading out on a road trip from Bangalore to Gokarna. It's about 480 kilometers away, so we started early in the morning to avoid traffic and make the most of the day. We took a break in Belur to check out the Sri Channakeshwara Swami temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu, a 900-year-old masterpiece of Hoysala architecture. It's a really old and beautiful temple built in the 12th century. The carvings on the walls and pillars are super detailed. It's amazing how everything was made by hand. The whole place feels peaceful and calm. The finest in Indian architecture. Each wall is layered like a storybook. If you look closely, you will see rows of carvings, elephants, lions, soldiers. Just beside the temple lies the sacred tank called Vasudeva Sarovara. Next, we drove through the jungle road, and the drive itself was beautiful. So, we stopped at a viewpoint to enjoy the weather. It was misty, chilly, and we got some company on the way. The whole vibe was so refreshing and peaceful, like nature at its best. We visited Dharmsthala temple dedicated to Lord Manjunatha. It was really special and a must visit. Next, we drove for Sringeri, and on the way, we stopped for the tea. The famous Sringeri Sharda Peetham, one of the oldest and most important temples in South India. The temple is dedicated to goddess Saraswati. It was established by Adi Shankaracharya in 8th century. Then there was this forest. It felt a bit spooky, and then we stopped for delicious dinner at local restaurant. Food was good. Finally reached our stay for the night and called it a day. I just woke up to this crazy view and I found a little friend there. So I started with my mini treasure hunt. This place is near to Murdeshwar temple, dedicated to Lord Shiva and is one of the most prominent temples in the region. We took the lift to 18th floor to enjoy this view. From this height, you could enjoy a panoramic view of Gokarna's serene coastline. The temple complex is renowned for its towering 123 feet statue of Shiva, which is one of the tallest in the world. And the story behind the temple is rooted in ancient Hindu legends, particularly the mythological events involving Lord Shiva and Ravana. According to legend, Ravan tried to take the Atmalinga for power, but Lord Ganesha tricked him by placing it in Gokarna. Despite Ravan's effort, the Atmalinga stayed rooted there, making the site sacred. Next stop was Honavar, a hidden gem on the Karnataka coast where rivers meet the sea and nature is just stunning. It is famous for its scenic beauty, peaceful vibes, and especially boating. We took a boat ride through the backwaters and mangroves of Honavar. The ride takes you through quiet, serene backwaters surrounded by lush green mangroves. It's like stepping into another world, peaceful, calm, and untouched. We were pretty tired after a long day, so we headed towards our stay. It's tucked away in the jungle. The property had a swimming pool surrounded by trees and cozy cottages, all spaced out with lots of greenery around. Also met this chill little cat who seemed like the real owner of the place. It was giving full wild vibes like living in middle of the jungle. We planned to rest for a bit, but we completely overslept, and when we woke up it was already sunset. We finally made it to the beach. The sky is still glowing and the air feels cooler. It's different kind of magic. Even though we missed the sunset, this moment feels just as special. No rush, no noise, just the ocean and us. Finally, it's our last morning here. If you look around, you will see two types of tall trees here. The thick ones are coconut and the tall thin are areca nut. It gives you full tropical feel. On the way back, we spotted the turn for Yana Caves and couldn't resist. We parked at the base and began the short trek to Yana Caves, around 1.5 to 2 kilometers through dense forest. The path is well marked. This forest is part of the Western Ghats. Feels like you have found a hidden gem. We finally saw the first glimpse of Yana Caves, those massive black limestone formations rising out of the forest. We just entered the trail and must say Mother Nature got some insane design skills. And there's this tree literally holding up a rock. We finally made it to the top and wow, totally worth every step. Just look at this. It gave us serious Harry Potter Hogwarts vibes. And that one is over 120 meters tall. As we stepped inside, we could literally feel the temperature drop. The cave itself was formed by natural erosion where water slowly carved out of the chambers over thousands of years. There were bats hanging from the ceilings and bees buzzing around like they owned the place. After exploring the mystical Yana caves, now we are heading to the tallest waterfalls in India, that's Jog Falls. So on our way, we just found this hanging bridge right here. The bridge was swaying over a beautiful river, the kind of spot you don't expect but are so glad you found. Located in the heart of the Western Ghats, Jog Falls is a breathtaking sight. At over 830 feet, the view is unreal. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the full trek down to the base today because of the time constraint, and that's a wrap up for our adventure.